Tulsa King, the Sylvester Stallone-led series about a rising found family Tulsa mob from Taylor Sheridan, is back for a third season. While Sheridan's growing TV empire has largely centered around Yellowstone's Dutton Ranch, Tulsa King introduced rising mafia ambitions and conflicts to an Oklahoma landscape. Season 2 upped the ante by expanding the crew's marijuana ambitions and introducing local magnate aspirant Carl Thresher and Kansas City mobster Bill Bevilacqua, both of whom turn from enemies to frenemies. Season 3, however, hits the ground running from moment one, adding a successful array of new dangers for Tulsa King's best outing yet.
What is Tulsa King Season 3 about?
Season 3 of Tulsa King sees Dwight Manfredi in pursuit of yet another market expansion for his burgeoning mafiosos, as they hope to expand into liquor distribution by absorbing a local bourbon distillery. Its owners, the Montagues, have spent a generation under the thumb of the ruthless, mob-connected Dunmires, led by Jeremiah and Cole, who want it all for themselves. Jeremiah is as ruthless as he is connected, serving as a real challenge for Dwight's small but mighty crew, including chauffeur Tyson, Lieutenant Mitch Keller, Muscle Bigfoot, Capo Goody, gifted pot entrepreneur Bodie, and Grace.
Tulsa King wastes no time in Season 3.
Season 2 expanded Tulsa King's world and its potential considerably as the story went along, building Carl Thresher and Casey-heavy Bill Bevilacqua in particular into interesting additions. That took a long time, however, since the narrative required dealing with the ATF charges before it could move on, resulting in Season 2 as a whole picking up steam, but ultimately failing to offer any interesting challenges. Sheridan doesn't make the same mistake twice, however, and wastes no time setting up the long reach and extreme danger of the Dunmires, alongside new challengers from New York's Renzetti family in Season 3. Dwight establishes his new empire quickly, and the Dunmires prove themselves to be threats early on and a dramatic improvement over the prior season. The new additions to Tulsa King's cast shine in Season 3, with Patrick providing a believable and vicious threat to Dwight's empire. The Terminator actor could be utilized more frequently, but he's nonetheless given interesting moments that establish his power and villainy. Beau Knapp also shines as Cole, who's less the intelligent planner and more the family's imperfect muscle with a lot to prove. Between the Dunmire family's challenge to Dwight's empire and the tension it creates with KC mob partner Bill Bevilacqua, the growing conflict provides Grillo with plenty to chew on, further adding to the series' intensity even before Samuel L. Jackson arrives as Manfredi's old friend turned threat. Returning players are also well served. Stallone undoubtedly continues to master his old guard adapting to new conditions mafioso, here spending most of the season fighting from the back foot as he struggles to expand legitimate businesses. Some charismatic players are also given more to do this round, and the series benefits. Hedlund's Mitch was always a good character, anchored by a strong portrayal, but he gets greater development and opportunity here. Starr lands Bodie's evolving character traits and directions, while he shares strong scenes with Harrington, who gives a solid performance as Grace. Tyson proves to be as much a liability as an asset, and Will's performance is still one of the series' most continually interesting. Finally, Grillo's Bill Bevilacqua adds a welcome, charismatic screen presence every time he's on screen, which, despite the series balancing a host of new baddies, is thankfully frequent.
Tulsa King is more tense than it's ever been in Season 3.
With a host of new characters and plot threads in Season 3, some elements do suffer in the strained effort to balance them. Certain welcome characters like Goody and Bigfoot could be given more to do. Some minor plot lines come across as considerably convenient and contrived. The most glaring issue, however, is that a major tragedy befalls an important new character, and while it's well used to drive the season, one would expect it to leave a more consistent emotional impact, and it inexplicably doesn't. These elements could certainly be resolved in the series' back half, but they persist throughout its first 6 episodes. All that said, Tulsa King Season 3 boasts great new additions, lands higher-octane moments, and doesn't waste time getting to them. Altogether, Season 3 is shaping up to be Tulsa King's most exciting installment yet. It adds strong antagonists to the world who set dangerous stakes early, backed by excellent new additions to the cast. It boasts greater involvement and development of some key, formerly underutilized players, which benefits its storytelling. There's also a promise of greater mob danger as the narrative plays out, keeping the pressure on Dwight and refusing to let go.
While it's impossible to say how well everything will ultimately come together, Tulsa King Season 3 is a thoroughly tense ride nonetheless, and the best that Sheridan series has been so far.